Yo, what's going on, KRG? Kenchi clocking in, and I'm back with another video. Check it out. Today I'm going to be bringing y'all a story time on how I got into a brawl in a cafe room when I was in school and shit. So just get ready, get your popcorn, get your drink, sit back and enjoy, because it's about to be a good one. Alright, so boom. One day, I think it was around 2017, 2018 maybe, I'm not really sure. It's one of those years. I was chilling, you know what I'm saying, waking up, getting ready to go to school and shit. I think it was a Friday, actually. It was a Friday or a Thursday, it was one of those two. And, you know what I'm saying, I woke up, got my teeth brushed, washed my ass, nigga, all that good shit, blah, blah, blah. My mom gets ready to take me to school and shit. So I'm going to school and everything was normal, my nigga. Like, the day was normal as fuck. I don't even know how shit led up to this. But, you know what I'm saying, it happened and it happened. So you know how you with your niggas and shit, and y'all niggas flame each other and shit, blah blah blah. Nobody ever takes it really to the heart and shit. Well, I guess today, you know what I'm saying, one of my mans took that shit to the heart and shit just went left. So I'm explaining to you how all that shit happened, how the tables unfolded and all that shit. So just get ready for that right now. So look, I went to school, you know what I'm saying, how our school worked was, once you get there, you can stay there for like 30 minutes, like a little morning recess type shit, and then y'all go to fucking class and shit, right? Y'all gotta line up. It was a charter school, so we lined up and we did this little shit called chants and cheers and shit, but we were in middle school, so we didn't have to do all that. So at the time, we sitting here hooping and shit, playing basketball. We claimed the little basketball. How it worked was we had two courts back to back to each other. Our shit had the good rims and the good nets and shit. The other niggas had the trash shit and the trash rims and all that shit. So we gave that to the little niggas, the niggas under us, the grades under us and shit, right? So nobody would play on our shit. So we would play on our shit. And we would just be cooling. A nigga would bring a ball, or we would find a ball around the school somewhere, because most of the 9 times out of 10 the teachers left the ball outside. So we sitting here, we hooping and shit, blah blah blah, chopping it up. Then it's time to go to class. So we go to class, you know what I'm saying. I think I was with my English teacher first, I forgot, but we was with it all. I wasn't in the same class as the nigga I actually got into a fight with. So nothing between me and him happened. This whole story, nothing really happened between me and him except for the incident leading to the first punch being thrown. So what happened was, we going on our regular day, everything cool. Mind you, prior to this shit, these niggas who actually made the fight start have been in beef, like secret underlying beef for years, my nigga. Like, they don't like each other, but they still hang around each other type shit. See what I'm saying? So we're sitting here, we're all cooling, and then, you know what I'm saying, it hits recess. It's time for lunch, but before recess, my nigga, we got PE. So how shit worked was, we would get a group of one class, a group of another class, and then we would mix them together, and then them niggas would be in PE. So I had PE with all my mans. Like, every single one of my mans was in PE with me, right? So we in PE, they give us a free day and just let us play basketball and shit. So we playing basketball, hooping it up, and then boom, PE ends. Nothing happened, no physical altercations, none of that shit, bro. I promise to you, is none of that shit. Like, I'm dead ass, no altercations. We was just hooping, nigga. We wasn't fouling each other, wasn't doing this, wasn't doing that. We was just hooping. And then we went to the lunchroom. Nigga started freestyling, smacking on the table, pins smacking on the table. Nigga, we was freestyling, and then out of nowhere we started having a roast session. Alright? So we have, ooh, my fault. We having a roast session and shit, right? So when we having the roast session, motherfucker, I'm sitting here silent because I'm not really good at roasting. Like, I hated roasting. I just like the rapping part of the lunch and shit, because I was actually, like, I was the best rapper there in the fucking in the lunch hall and shit. So we at our table and shit. These niggas get to roasting. Everybody taking that shit to the chin, blah blah. The fat niggas taking that shit to the chin, blah blah blah. And then, motherfucker, the niggas who have the underlying beef decide, let me get on that nigga. This nigga calls this one nigga, I'm not gonna say no names in this video, but this nigga calls this one nigga, he said something about him being black as fuck, and then the nigga took that shit hella personal. So the nigga tried to get on him, and then the nigga just kept going back and forth, and everybody's like, ooh, ee, ah, blah blah blah. So motherfucker, them niggas do some shit that the person who the other nigga, I could say this, that's my cousin. So that nigga say some shit to the nigga who he called black as hell, And then the nigga, he took that some type of way because everybody reacted to it. I forgot what that nigga said, but that nigga said some shit that like hit that nigga heart. Like I'm guessing he was insecure about his skin color or some shit because he was dark as shit. I'm guessing this nigga, he decides, you know what I'm saying? Like I said in one of my other videos, I'm all 10, bro. Like I'm dead ass on 10 every time. Like I'm watching everything. So I stopped eating because I felt like something was gonna happen. So I'm sitting here, I'm looking at this nigga. This nigga gonna look at everywhere around him. I'm like, oh, this nigga about to do some dumb shit. I pray to God, don't let this nigga do some dumb shit because I'm gonna get expelled. Because mind you, previous years I already got into my first fight in 5th grade. I already got into my next fight in 6th grade. I did hella shit before that. So like, you know what I'm saying? I don't have that many more strikes until I get expelled. Like after this fight, I was really supposed to get expelled. That's they literally told me like, this fight you were supposed to get expelled if you threw the first punch, but I ain't throw the first punch. You know what I'm saying? I just won the fight. You know what I'm saying? So how the fight went, my nigga, is this nigga's looking around, this nigga gets up. Niggas think he about to go get a refill on his lunch and shit, blah, blah, blah. Nobody's really paying attention but me. So I'm looking at this nigga. The nigga who says some shit about the nigga ain't even paying attention. This nigga looking the other the way, looking at all our niggas and shit, laughing it up, chopping it up. This nigga goes up. He stands next to me. Mind you, I'm sitting on the edge with my cousin. I'm sitting on the edge with my cousin. And this nigga looks around. He looks at one way of the door. He looks at the other door. And make sure ain't no teachers around and shit. This nigga sneak punches him. Before this nigga could even get his full power punch off, I'm already like balled up fist. You see what I'm saying? I'm balled up fist. I'm ready to punch this nigga. Because I knew he was going to do some dumb shit. And I prayed that he didn't because I didn't want to get expelled. So I see this nigga punch. This nigga's arm isn't even fully extended yet. Like it's halfway. Like his shit is at a 90-degree angle before he can fucking like let go. Then I punch this nigga. His arm goes in, punches my cousin, and then I uppercut the nigga. And then I kept punching that nigga over and over again. This is probably the most gruesome fight to this day that's ever touched that school. Cause like I'm sitting here punching this nigga and punching this nigga over and over again, right? So I hit this nigga with like a right. I hit this nigga with a left, and I hit this nigga with an uppercut, then another uppercut, then another uppercut, because this nigga's like faces down and he's forcing it down. Like I don't know why he wasn't like, you know what I'm saying, reacting to the uppercut. So one uppercut again and this nigga reacts. Then I see him, then I give him a little like cross, nigga. I'm just sitting here, I throw my full strength into that punch. This nigga goes back. I pull this nigga by his hoodie. I pull him back and then I'm punching him. Like I'm grabbing his hoodie with my left hand and I'm punching him with my right. So I punch him and then I pull him down and then I right again and I right again and I right again. I'm just spamming my right because that's my like strong hand. Like I'm ambidextrous, but like my right hand is like a strong ass hand. So I'm sitting here, boom, folding this nigga in, caving this nigga skull in, and then I hit him with a left, and then I was like, fuck this, I'm trying to hurt this nigga. Like I was actually trying to hurt this nigga. So I'm sitting here, I knee this nigga in his face fucking 6 to 7 times. I knee this nigga in his face 6 to 7 times, and once I knee that nigga in his face, nigga, I threw him, and then his hoodie went on, and this nigga tried to take his hoodie off, but his hoodie was big as shit, so it went over his eyes. So I reached out, grabbed him, I pulled him in, and then I put him in like a little headlock. Then I started punching his body. See what I'm saying? Started punching his body. Then I pushed him off because I didn't want to, you know what I'm saying, I didn't want to go for the body. Like I wanted to aim straight face. So I'm sitting here, boom, punching the nigga, punching the nigga, punching the nigga. I push him again, he falls into a trash. Then I'll pull him out the trash can fall over, and I'm punching this nigga, nigga, one time, like we're in the same position, like my legs are in the same position, nigga. This is all happening looking in one direction. So boom, I do that, and then I grab this nigga when he falling out the trash, and then I swing him, right? I swing him like I was about to hit him against the table and shit. And then I see the whole staff and faculty is just around me looking at me and this nigga fight, and they were scared to come in and fucking intervene. They didn't want to get their shit hit, so they're letting this nigga get his ass beat. Blood, I swear to God, they letting this nigga get his ass beat. So I'm boom, caving this nigga skull in, over and over again. My cousin come up, that nigga punch him in the body, then dipped off. I don't know what the fuck that nigga was on. Still to this day, I don't know what that nigga was on with that. That nigga just wanted to get his licks in because he got punched, I guess. So I'm sitting here punching this nigga. I'm going back to the uppercuts. I'm going back to the rights. I'm going back to the lefts. I'm going back to the knees. I knee this nigga in his stomach. I punch this nigga in his nose. I punch this nigga in his fucking cheek. I punch this nigga in, what's this shit called? The top of your face that protects your eye, nigga, your cheekbones. I punch this nigga in his cheekbones, nigga. I'm boom, boom, boom. This nigga face start getting soft. Like I swear, bro, this nigga's face started getting soft. So it's like I'm sitting here punching a beanbag, nigga. Boom, 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 punching, punching, punching. I didn't even see if this nigga was bleeding or not. I didn't see shit. I had red on, so if a nigga was bleeding on me, I did not see this shit, nigga. Boom. This fight go on for like another 5 fucking minutes. This nigga's just getting his fucking face caved in for another 5 minutes while teachers watch and nobody helped. Then my man's who's older than me, he was about to graduate out of middle school. This nigga comes up. This nigga's the only nigga because he didn't want to see this shit keep going because, you know what I'm saying, like the nigga type I am, I'm not gonna stop fighting until I feel satisfied. Like I know you're not gonna get back up. See what I'm saying? So that could have been dangerous. So this nigga sees that in me. He gonna come up, you know what I'm saying, grab me. He grabs, like, he doesn't just grab my waist like a regular nigga and then pull me up and shit. This nigga grabs, like, he waited for me to put both my arms down so I can like go for another uppercut or another like low right. And this nigga grabs me in the middle and then he holds me and I'm sitting here like, nah, get off me, blah blah blah. Then this nigga, I see it, like I see, this is when I noticed again, all the teachers, like I'm talking a whole circle around the cafeteria, all the teachers is just looking at me. Them niggas look terrified, them niggas look scared. The nigga who used to always break up the fights, he was the strongest nigga out of all the teachers. This nigga's looking at me terrified because he didn't know what to do. So I'm sitting here getting held by my mans and I'm looking at this nigga. I just like devastatedly fucking brutalized, my nigga. And this nigga's on the ground just not moving, my nigga. This nigga's just like tired as shit and he's like just breathing hella hard. And I'm like, yeah, nigga, blah blah blah. This nigga's fucking just there, bro. This nigga, like, nobody's helping him. And the second I get grabbed, everybody rushed in. Them niggas grabbed that nigga. They took that nigga to the hospital, not the hospital. They took that nigga to the school, like nurse and shit. Got that nigga in a little ice pack. Got that nigga a little towel and shit. This nigga over here holding the shit on him. And then I go to the office. And then, no, I didn't go to the office. I'm lying. Nigga, I went right outside the cafeteria doors. And then the vice president, I mean, not the vice president, what's the shit called? Vice principal, she pulled me to the side talking about this and that and saying, who threw the first punch? I'm like, I ain't throw the first punch. And that nigga hit my cousin. So I started firing on that nigga. And that nigga got what he deserves. See what I'm saying? So this nigga, the vice principal, is female. I say nigga a lot. I call everybody nigga. So the nigga, she take me to her office and she talks to me about the shit. And then when I'm walking out, when I'm done talking to her and shit, blah blah blah, nigga, I see this nigga, his fucking, like, his eyes ain't even open, my nigga. This nigga's holding 2 ice packs on his face. This nigga's sitting here like crying and not crying, but like this nigga sitting here moping and shit. And then this nigga never came back like to his class and shit. This nigga went home. Like they had to take that nigga home or to the hospital. It was one of those. I never knew it. This nigga didn't show up to school for like a week. So I'm sitting here like, oh yeah, blah blah blah. I thought this nigga transferred because previous year I got into the fight with that same nigga because the nigga was about to punch my mans. It was like my best friend, was my first friend at the school. This nigga was about to punch that nigga over some basketball. So I punched that nigga and it was a little 1-punch knockout. That's why I'm not gonna get into all that shit because it was literally the shortest fight ever. Punched that nigga, he fell back and the nigga started crying because he got knocked out and shit. So yeah, this nigga sitting here, I'm thinking he gone, blah blah blah. Nigga, he got suspended, but then he didn't show up after his suspension. See what I'm saying? Because how suspensions worked was it was 3 days. You 3 days and you done. This nigga didn't show up for like a whole week and a half, damn near. So I'm sitting here like, oh damn, and I really did it to that nigga, blah blah blah. This nigga comes back, this nigga's all buddy and shit. Nigga, we just not cooling with the nigga, and then he ends up getting back in our circle, blah blah blah. We didn't have no beef the next year. I was planning on jumping the nigga before I graduated 8th grade, but you know what I'm saying, I wanted to be a good boy in this fucking school and I didn't want to get expelled on my last day. So we was cooling, blah blah blah. We ended up seeing each other in high school and shit, and that nigga was yeah, that nigga was cool. Mind you, the nigga was taller than me, nigga was this and that, and then once we saw each other in high school, I was taller than that nigga, bigger than that nigga ain't want to do shit. The nigga was coming to me friendly as fuck, blah blah blah. The nigga was apologizing for like all the middle school beef and blah blah blah, and I was cool in it, bro. I was cool, nigga. I'm not the type of person to hold no grudge, especially with no nigga over some little petty shit. See what I'm saying? I only hit the nigga because he hit my cousin. See what I'm saying? And I'm not going for that. Like, we could be cool. Like, you could be anybody in the world. You hit my family, nigga, I'm going on you. See what I'm saying? So that nigga, we cool. We just stopped talking after that. We not friends right now. We not friends on Instagram, this, that, blah, blah, blah. Nigga, we ended up like, I remember when I used to play Fortnite and shit. me and my mans, the mans he tried to punch on, we was in a lobby. Not my cousin, the one I told y'all briefly about, the little one punch knockout shit. Nigga, my first friend in that school. Nigga, we was on Fortnite and shit, and then we ended up running into that nigga and squad wiping that nigga and his little brother or some shit. So we that's the last time I even like thought of that nigga, to be honest with you, until now. So yeah, that was the story time, gang. I hope y'all enjoyed this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm really gonna be coming with some more story times. Hope y'all enjoyed the little Fall Guys little video and shit. I did get a win, but like I said, my PC don't let me record. So I was sitting here stopping recording, starting recording after every single like event, as you can see right here. Like when this shit started happening, I would just stop the recording and start a new recording, depending on how long I've been recording. See what I'm saying? So my encoder didn't fail. So when that shit happened, that shit literally happened right before I won. Like like in the middle of a fucking what's this shit called, events. In the middle of the event, this shit just stopped. So I continued with the event, and then I tried on the next one, but that shit started up fast as hell, and then boom, I got me a little win. But it's whatever, nigga. It's whatever. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I love y'all, KRG. I appreciate the new nigga that subscribed. I seen that shit. We went from 27 to 28 followers. Two more. I said followers, nigga. I'm on YouTube. We went from 27 subscribers to 28 subscribers. I appreciate you, my nigga, whoever it is. I appreciate you, my nigga. I'ma see if I can find you, and I'ma see if I can add your name in at the end of this video. But if not, just know whoever it was, you know who you are, and I appreciate you, my nigga. 2 fucking subscribers away from 30. When we hit 30, we going up, my nigga. Please, if you're new to the video, if you're new to the channel, like, my nigga, subscribe, give me a 3 video trial. If you're not fucking with the videos, you not gotta fuck with the videos, my nigga. You can leave. It does not matter to me, because I only want people who really want to see what I got going on to be in my little circle of subscribers and shit, blah blah blah. So just give me a little 3-day trial. If you're not fucking with my videos by any means, unsubscribe. You know what I'm saying? If you're not fucking with me, you don't gotta fuck with me, because I know if I didn't fuck with a nigga, I would not subscribe to them niggas just because who they are. See what I'm saying? And I'm not even nobody, so it's easy for you niggas to unsubscribe. You know what I'm saying? But just give me a chance, my nigga. KRG, I love y'all, my nigga. Kenshi clocking out. I love y'all, KRG, and I'm out.
Niggas look up to me, copy me. You fucking wannabes, envy me. Turn that little boy to a memory. Obviously, he gon' remember me, nigga.